Well, welcome to this week's Time Out Tuesday. Little did any of us know during last week's Time Out Tuesday that the following day would bring such a tragic event. You may or may not agree with his beliefs. You might find them refreshing, or you might find them outdated and offensive. But Charlie Kirk lived his life trying his very best to live what he read daily in God's Word, the Bible. This week's Time Out Tuesday will not be about Charlie Kirk's life, but about something he believes strongly and that I have found work miraculously in my life. Charlie believed it was very important to talk to each other, especially about our differences, because then we can understand each other. And Charlie believed it was important to take time each day to speak with God, to pray. Today, I would like to share an example from my life when prayer changed my heart tremendously. I met her at church. She was a hoarder, just like the ones you see on TV shows. Her apartment was packed. Her car trunk fit multiple vacuums and clothes and filled with roaches. She had a storage unit the size of a one-car garage, and may I tell you, it was full from bottom to the tippy top and from front to the back. There wasn't an unused space. Her income was a very small Social Security check, which did not cover her monthly expenses due to her need to buy and collect things. So she learned how to play the elders at our church, one against the other. She had a cat and a dog that she said she loved, but she really did not take care of them at all. She was incapable. She was difficult to be around. The way she lived was offensive to me. And yet, my pastor asked me to be her guardian of sorts. The church helped her financially based on my recommendations, which meant her game of bouncing from one elder to the other ended abruptly. I was charged with finding her jobs to do around the church to help me, to make her feel that she had a purpose. And I drove her to her appointments when her car needed more repairs than she could afford or would be wise to spend. She and I had plenty of discussions and debates, but they did not bring us closer together. And while I understood this woman all too well, she did not understand me at all. Not for a really long time. I'm not proud to say she irritated me to my bones. She went against everything I believed in: hard work and honesty and serving others. It was all about her. But I also realized she had a sickness. And I trusted that God had put me in this place at this time, and I did want to honor him. And I knew that on my own, I can't do it. I prayed fervently. I prayed for wisdom. I prayed for patience. And I prayed for this woman. Something very interesting happened with my prayers. Not right away, but over time. At first, they were obligatory, and I hoped they would change her ways. But then, my heart began to soften, and I started praying for her peace and healing. I spent about 2 years with her, through her illness, hospitalization, and finally her death. I loved her and cared for her as I would my family or a dear friend. And before she died, she told me that she felt that I was the sister she never had. Talk about being able to get knocked over with a feather. I just couldn't believe the change that happened in both of us. My point is this: have those discussions that Charlie Kirk encourages, especially with people you disagree with. Because in finding out what makes them tick, why they think the way they do, it brings you closer together. You may not agree, but you start to understand and respect that person for their humanity. And even more important, pray for those you disagree with, who are offensive to you, who you do not understand, and watch the change that takes place, maybe in them, but definitely in you. And that, my friends, is this week's Time Out Tuesday, and I do hope to see you all next week. God bless you all.